Hey, hey, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Welcome back to my channel. As promised last week, in this video, I will share why I was mad at God and 1, 2, 3 things to do when you are too. So watch till the end because you don't want to miss a special announcement.
I'm coming out of my shell. I'm coming out of my shell. Been there too long. Time to move on. Out of my shell.
Now I know being angry and God is the source of that anger. Well, that's not a popular admission, but I was extremely angry. And I don't care how you refer to this pandemic, whether you call it COVID-19, coronavirus, corona, coco, roro, rona, or that mean old angry bee. If you've been affected in any way by this surprising season, you too have probably been mad at God. But as I stated last week, about 15 years ago, out of nowhere, my back went out. I was in excruciating pain. And that little tight, perfect little body, well, it gained about 50 pounds. Now, the doctors first said I had a slip disc, then they said I had narrowing of my disc space, and then they said I have degenerative arthritis and I would need back surgery. Well, I already knew, y'all not cutting on me. Yes, I said, y'all not cutting on me. Because I couldn't understand, like, God, why can't I get a break? I was so angry. I was pissed because once again in my life, I felt like a victim. I didn't do anything to be reckless with my body. It just happened out of nowhere. I didn't create it. So if I didn't create it, God, why do I have to step up again and fix something that I didn't create in my life? I was livid. But what did that anger accomplish? Well, 30 additional pounds. Because executed anger creates destruction and deficits in our soul. And when we fail to acknowledge what's going on, unacknowledged anger produces thirst. We're never satisfied. We're never content. We're constantly feeling empty. So today we're talking about 3 steps to act when we're angry. So first we have to acknowledge the anger. What's the root of it? Yeah, my back was out by no fault of my own, but stuff just happens, right? We can't control everything. A lot of things happen that are out of our control. Corona, coco, roro, rona, that mean angry bee is happening by no fault of our own, right? But it happens. So why was I angry? I was angry because the back issue, it helped prove my mind's lie that I was cursed and God didn't love me. It proved that wholeness for me, well, it's never permanent. I remember watching TV years and years and years ago, and there was this video that said the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. Well, acknowledgement is admitting. So now that I've acknowledged, oh my gosh, I'm angry at God. Is this why I've gained 30 additional pounds? So it's a total of 80 pounds? Yes, on this frame. 80 pounds heavier than I was before this back situation. Finally acknowledging, God, I'm angry. And me acknowledging that gave me the power that I needed to start to create a safe space to feel the anger and give it a time limit. Because I couldn't just rest in it. I couldn't let it morph into becoming me. I couldn't let it evolve into this spirit of anger, because we can feel anger, because even the Bible tells us we can be angry, but don't sin. We can feel it, but don't do things in that anger. Don't allow anger to grow legs. Don't allow it to be mobile, right? So I literally had to create an opportunity for me to be real with God. I had to realize I created a false version of me that didn't always speak the truth. So I was bound constantly. Think about your own life. How many times do you create this narrative in your head because of dysfunction, because of trauma, because of things that happened that you felt victimized to? We feel trapped because we refuse to admit that we've been trapped without our own permission. See, I had to create a new truth so I could speak the truth to God and know that He'd still love me. He'd still welcome me in. He'd still bless me. Because lies were stopping my freedom and my weight loss. Yes. And this revelation just came. Listen, y'all, this is not like this has been years and years and years. This revelation just came a few weeks ago. So now I'm empowered. I can create, right? I've acknowledged I can create, and now I can transform my perspective on what happened, because I was so focused on the weight gain, the act of this victimization. But now I could transform my perspective and look at the fact that 2 years into this weight gain, 2 years into, being stuck in one position, being in excruciating pain, not being able to work for a span, 2 years in, out of nowhere, God healed me by no action of my own. Just like my back was out by no action, God came in and healed me by no action of my own. So now I could focus and transform my thoughts on God and his love for me and my body. Because I was loathing my own body. I would look at it and regret myself, right? Regret that I'm alive in this body. I know that's not popular. I know that's not some upbeat message that you're used to. But that's a part of acknowledgement. Acknowledging you have to walk in truth. The truth was that I despised my own body. So I had to transform my thoughts on God and my body, because I'm not my size. You are not your size. I had to walk out of the heaviness of being a victim. And being a victim was so comfortable for me. I know that sounds weird, right? Nobody wants to be victimized. But for me, that was the most comfortable thing. To find out why being a victim was familiar territory for me, please watch next Thursday's episode. So I started with acknowledging. Once it was revealed to me that I was angry, I had to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that anger. Create a space to feel it. I mean, fully feel it. And then I had to transform my thoughts around it, around what happened, around my power, around what I can actually do to reverse this thing. I had to act. And what I'm telling you is that we must act what we seek and not what we see. I see this every day, but I'm acting what I seek. I am literally walking out of my shell, and I'd like you to come along with me. Walk out of your shell too. So girl, I thank you. I hope you are going to act immediately after watching this video. Acknowledge, create, transform. And I thank you. I thank you so very much for being here. Now, I will be dropping another video soon because I have a challenge for you. The challenge is called Out of My Shell Challenge. I'll give you all the details in that extra video. But I thank you for being here, and I look forward to all of your comments on how you're coming out of your shell too. Please subscribe to this channel, click like on this video, and turn on your notifications so you'll see when I drop that next video. I'll see you back here next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But before you go, remember, this week, go do one thing that encourages you, that challenges you to come out of your shell too. Till next time, bye girl, bye.